Hello, we are back for another Q&A session with my preferred lender, Jeff Quincey with Green Home Loans. So if this is your first time watching, the purpose of this recording is to answer any questions we have received from buyers or sellers or topics that may have come up within our conversations with our clients. So just be sure if you have any questions, please submit them over to us and we will do our best to get them addressed here in these Q&As. So Jeff, thanks again for joining me for this month.
Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. So we're going to start off with our quick market update from Jeff to see where these rates are going. I'm sure everybody's kind of on the edge of their seat, just waiting to do refis or just to jump on, get off the fence and start buying. So what's going on out there?
Yeah, so I'll talk about the rate market and I'll talk about the market in general as well. So rate market, no movement yet. In fact, tomorrow, which for those watching this later, that would be Wednesday the 12th. We have the Fed meeting as well as inflation numbers are being released. They're anticipating that there will be no change to inflation. If we get lucky, we might see a 10th% drop. So that has everybody concerned that, rates aren't going to come down. Additionally, as we were talking about before we went live, Nicole, there's a dot plot that all of the committee members weigh in on their anticipation of what they are going to be pushing for on not lowering rates, if so, when. What we're looking for is the talk has been that we'd see those first drops in September and December. If not in September, then December seemed very likely. So it'd be interesting to see if anybody's pulling back on that or if more people are adding to that story and that plan. So we'll know a lot tomorrow. The Fed always meets the same day inflation numbers come out when they do meet. So we get that at 8:30, 5:30 in the morning Arizona time, 8:30 Eastern. And then around 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Arizona time is when the Fed will adjourn and Chairman Powell will talk. And I always listen into what he's saying because everybody hangs on every word. It's not just what decisions they make, it's what they say, where their confidence level lands. So right now, I think it's going to be a very slow back and forth, right? We saw rates about 3-4 weeks ago get better based on inflation numbers and a different producer price index number that came out. And then last Friday, we had the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics jobs report come out well above expectations, showing the economy is doing so well. I think we can all agree that that's not the case. So the rates took a hit back up again. So it's going to be a slow process, right? If we do step down 1 degree in rate, we're going to probably take 2 steps backwards, and we're just going to keep doing this until we eventually land at that new floor. But be patient. I know it's frustrating with these high interest rates and those that already own homes, high payments, right? But if you're patient and just stay diligent, now more than ever, it's important to really get on top of your budget. If you've never budgeted, sit down. If you're a 2-person household, 2-income household, make sure you're both on the same page. You're budgeting and planning accordingly so you can stay on top of those payments until that time to refi comes. The relief will come. It's just a matter of when. Best prediction is next summer, is what everybody's assuming. And I should add too, don't be quick to refi. Maybe some people that are in the 7.5% interest rate range that when they see 6.5 or 6, they're going to rush out and refi. And what that's going to potentially do is cause you to refinance twice. And a lot of lenders out there will gladly take year 2 refis. So you want to be a little bit patient there to where you only pay those refi costs one time. And then in the market in general, so we had inventory in Maricopa County had jumped up over 20,000 homes. I just saw the stat yesterday for May. Back down under 20,000, I think just over 18,000 now. And that's pretty indicative of what I'm seeing, right? We're busy on the mortgage side. We always see it before the real estate, realtors see it. And that is everybody comes to us for applications first. So we're seeing an uptick in applications. There's more options. So we're seeing more buyers go under contract. And that's why you're seeing that inventory number come down. That's something that we pay attention to because as inventory comes down, right? I think this comes up in every one of our Q&A sessions. It's simple econ 101. As supply comes down, inventory, demand goes up. And as that happens, you're going to see prices start going up as well. So something to keep an eye on, right? Ask Nicole when you're having your conversations, Nicole, where's that inventory number sitting? And the closer we get to 10,000, the crazier this market's going to get.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know you spoke to the refi, not trying to just be patient here, but to the buyers that are out there, they're on the fence, not just waiting for those rates to come down. There's such great opportunities to go out there and purchase because they're still doing the buy downs. I had my buyers that just went under contract for a home that was only on the market for 10 days, and they still got concessions to go to pay down their buy down rate. So it's still happening where you're still saving quite, still getting that lower rate
Yeah.
from the get-go.
We had a contract come in this morning, and he's getting concessions on an almost $500,000 house, and he's going to save just over $600 a month on his payment for the first year. So we're still seeing that, and there's an advantage there, separate of what we talked about before, right? If you buy a house for $400,000 right now and you put 5% down, you're starting with a $380 loan amount.
Mhm.
If the prices go up and you buy that house for $450, you're starting with a loan amount of $420 something, right? So considerably higher. And the question becomes, when those rates, if those rates go to 5.5, do you want your 5.5% rate to be on the same house at 380, or do you want it to be on 420? Right. So that's some of the advantages of buying now at these prices.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.